staying tuned. It is still the conversation here on Lagos Television, and away from that very interesting conversation with Joshua and MC Josh, we are moving into another serious conversation here, and that is the impact of drug and substance abuse on the family. Now, drug and substance abuse does not end with the person taking the substance. Its impact often extends to the family, affecting relationship, finances, parenting, and the emotional well-being of the family. Joining us in the conversation to discuss this important topic, we are joined by Pastor Dr. Adetolu Olatunde. He is an international certified addiction prevention professional. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
It's good to have you again.
Adetolu.
Adetolu. What did I say?
Sir?
She's correct.
Adetolu.
Tolu. Yes.
Okay,
Adetolu.
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 Okay.
Okay, I think I'm doing well now with my Yoruba names. Okay, Doctor, substance abuse, yes, we always regard it to things affiliated to young people. But again, not only young people are involved with either drug or substance abuse. And in our society today, why do you think there is an increasing number of people who are involved in these vices?
Thank you very much, the moderator. And I want to greet our viewers. And I want to thank LTVH for inviting me to this an important discussion about drugs and substance abuse, which has become a concern to all, whether to people who are already involved or people who are just looking at it and they are being afraid of it. The issue of that we're having increasing number, yes, we're having increasing number because the macro factors and the micro factors that are available are making people to become more vulnerable to going into all the substances in order to escape the trauma around or the pressure around, or they think it's a form of solution. And what do we mean by the macro factor? We're talking about what the government is doing, the economy, the global economy itself, and so on. It's not smiling. And the micro factors now, which is very, very germane about an individual, we have the family that people come from. There are a lot of gaps in parenting nowadays, and also school system. Also, a lot of they are also contributing to it. Even faith-based, the type of messages that we put forth nowadays is also not helping people. And so we see so many people, even as early as pre-adolescent, already getting involved because of the environment in which they come from, where parents have to rush out to look for their daily means and so on. And so neglect make the children to be involved, and also the peer pressure around the influence of the uncles and all the people that are available. You discover the people are into it. Even the advert, the media, the social media, and the media itself is also a contributing factor to it, because they see all the celebrities and they see that either it is real or not, they are taking all these things and they feel, oh, if a celebrity is doing this, I want to copy, I want to do something, imitate what he's doing. Then, without knowing whether it's just a media organized thing, they go into it, and once they are initiated, the ground is very, very slippery. Once they are initiated, and there is nobody, a prevention professional or somebody who is intentional to help, to stop them at that level, they keep on sleeping until they enter into addiction. And that is the problem sector of the whole thing.
Okay, I like the fact that she started with the current trend of drug and substance abuse, becoming a menace in the society. I want to find out that at what point, does one start to speak to our children, or speak to ourselves, or wives speak to husbands, husbands speak to wives, about substance abuse, because it's it cuts across. It's not even for the rich alone, or it's not for the poor. You know, it just cuts across. At what point can one start, you know, talking to ourselves, not just the children now, about drug and substance abuse?
Yes, we need to start now. No delay. You see, the issue of drug or substance use does not give you the time that you want to start.
Okay.
You just find yourself either a conscious way or unconsciously having a taste of it. And from there, the movement can start.
Can the awareness start before?
So, yeah, the awareness can start.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, that
Okay.
if it has not started, since we cannot move back to yesterday, but we are here in today.
Okay.
So all families must start now.
Okay.
And it's not just about talking about the substances themselves, that don't take this thing, don't do that. No, it is our behavioral attitudes, the way we collaborate in the families, that
Very
will
important.
surely begin to debar or make people not to go into it,
Okay.
not even mentioning it. Prevention, international prevention principles, we may not need to even say, don't say no to drugs. All those things does not seriously work. But how do we interact in the homes? The homes must become an organized structure where the father can become the CEO, the mother becomes the deputy, then the children are the commissioners.
Okay.
Then you interact.
Okay.
You ask for their goals of life. The parents must help them to achieve their goals. There's nothing stopping a mother or a father waking up at times at night to read physics or chemistry with the child. So the child sees himself now as part of that family, and he'll be able to open up. Because the pressure is always there outside. It's just like a lion, a mini lion staying outside. But you must have developed resilience before you go out. So even when you see the lion, you just be looking at it, and when you return home, you tell mommy, there is a lion that was doing like this to me. He said, don't worry. And so the help must start now. With everybody must be involved. Not only the children and not only the parents. The parents too, everybody, they must collaborate and cooperate together to not to start. The best thing is not to start. Because once it is started, the pharmacology, there are some neurotransmitters that are in the brain that makes them to feel good. And when you feel good, nobody runs away from
You
good.
want to feel it again and
You
again.
want to feel it again. And when you want to feel it again, you take more grammage. And tomorrow again, you take more. Then more, you are going, the person is going into serious addiction. So let the relationship of the home start. Then let the faith base that we are also going every Sunday to go and pray to God also help us.
Okay.
They should not preach in such a way that things are so rosy, you don't need to walk, the manna will just fall like that. No, let people know that when you walk, when you sow, and you water it, then after that is when God will bring the increase. And so people will appreciate labor, not corner way of doing things.
Okay, we're talking about relationship of a family now. When one in your family is now struggling with substance abuse, how should it be seen? Should it be seen as a family problem or an individual problem?
No, it's a family problem.
Okay.
The way they have been handling it before
Okay.
is because they have been handling it as if it is the problem of that person.
Of that person, yeah.
And so what they do is to lock him up, is to criticize, to condemn, shame him himself, and that worsens the scenario.
Okay.
So by the time you even want to take him for rehab, he's not willing. Because if he's not willing, the rehab will not work. He will relapse. Even when he comes back home, there will be relapse. Because the issue of this substance abuse is a function of the brain. It's a brain disease, a psychological disease. And you know, psychology and brain, what we call the central nervous system, they are all working together. So, it's a holistic trouble. It's just like ENT problem. Whatever happens to the nose or the ear happens to the throat. Whatever happens to individual happens to the family. So family must come together when they see it. They should not shame that person. They should not judge him. They should find a way of getting him back by letting him know that we still love you.
Okay.
Using love and limits principles.
Okay, in my intro I said, or I think my first question, I said drug or substance abuse is usually affiliated with young people. But again, there are adults who, fathers, mothers, who are also drowning in this, I call it a web of destruction now. And so for children who are growing up in homes where either their mother or their father are involved with drug or substance abuse, what are the consequences and what are the means that they could seek help, for that situation?
Yes, thank you very much. In homes where adults are already involved, because the adults are not exonerated, the only thing why international system, is directing prevention exercises to the adolescents is that those ones, they are still growing, their brain is still growing, not yet developed fully, and so they are thinking, the cerebral hemisphere is not yet fully developed, and so their thinking and their action are still being influenced by the environment, just like the question you are asking, and the immediate environment is their parents. So if the parents are involved doing the thing, maybe some parents, there was a period when our parents want to show their affluence, they put bar in the sitting room and they put all manners of drinks, gins, brandy, and all those things. They put it there and they go to work and they've already opened it, and so children can have a taste
and dilute it with water, and they start gradually. And so in a environment or in a situation where parents or the environment is involved, it takes those children not to be involved. It takes God, because at that level they want to imitate, they want to copy. They are seriously influenced, and so that is why we say parents too must be sensitized. We have to sensitize the parents too. That's why any program we want to do now, any advocacy program, like as I'm talking now, I'm sure some parents are listening to me, that look, stop this thing. Stop it before it stops your children and stops the family itself. The only way they can do is for the parents themselves to own up to stop the thing. Otherwise it will affect their children. Sending the children to go and buy beer, alcohol, they are already introducing the child to it. After taking it, the child has eyes, he has all his sense organs to see what dad is doing, and he feels that's the best thing. Sending the child to go and buy sticks of cigarettes and smoking, puffing the thing, the child can even light the style the father is using. They are already indoctrinating and initiating that child. We go and try it at the outside. So what we should do is that parents, if you don't want to destroy your home with your own hand, stop these things. And if you still want to continue because you are an adult, we cannot decide for you. Do it in a way where it will not affect the family. But is there a way it would affect the family?
But it will surely affect the family, because when it even comes, the children can sense the odor and the misbehavior of the parents too. Because I know of a family when the father is coming, everybody take over, including their mom. They take over because the way the man will, if you don't open the gate within 1 or 2 minutes, it's trouble for that day. So such a situation, it's terrible. So we want to advise our parents, let them stay clear of these psychoactive substances. The consequences is bad.
You said something much earlier which I picked, that when we're talking about how families should treat someone in the family,
Just dealing with
you know, dealing with substance
addiction.
abuse, yes, abuse, and of course addiction, that sometimes they lock, you know, they will lock them in. So that is where my question is coming from. That look, when they lock them in because of shame
Yes.
and all whatnot, that locking in, that silence, what does it cost the family, or what will it cost the family?
Okay. Locking in the user,
Or the victim?
the victim,
Yeah.
the consequences is that it does not make him to have any sense of remorse. He's still having his contact outside, still requesting for every opportunity that he has now to just step out. He will still have his way.
Okay.
Instead of locking, because when you are locking him, it's already it is stigma. Because he now knows that I'm not wanted
In the family.
in the family, that I'm doing something that is terrible. But that thinking does not remove him from the craving. Because there's craving already. So craving supersedes his thought that, oh, they don't want me. As a matter of fact, he will now crave more to suppress his feelings about his family. And so inside that place, inside the room, they think they have locked him, he's still having his way. And so instead of locking a child in, get him closer, embrace him, tell him that it's not all over yet, that the dream that he has, he will still make it. That what God wants you to be, you will still be there. Just don't worry. And they can embrace him. I've seen a family when we were doing a therapy, we had the mother to hug that boy. And when she did it, the two of them were crying. The mother said she has never in her life hugged her son and say, "I love you." That statement, "I love you," is so healing. And so our family must come together now. This is the time they have to come together. Be friends with your children. Some people think it's absurd
It's absurd.
to befriend your children. Befriend them. They are already on another level, which is different from our own. So it's good that you have to move up to go and meet them, not bringing them down. Go and meet them at their level. Begin to learn their slangs, so that when they are saying some slang, you too, you say some slang, they will be able to come to you and tell you what is happening outside, what somebody is trying to introduce to them.
Okay, what about parents? Sorry, this is another side of what about parents who live in denial? You know, all the signs are there. Teachers have come, friends have come, even, you know, co-workers, depending on the age of the victim, have come to mention this to a family, that this is what we have seen, and they continue to live in denial that no, it's nothing, that's how he is. But they know that there's something wrong.
Yes, it happens. In fact, it's only nowadays that the situation is coming out, that light is shining on it. Earlier, before now, people see it as their individual problem.
Or a spiritual problem.
A spiritual problem. So, a parent, there are still some that will tell you, no, my son or my child is not doing it, and so on. Yes, you continue to make your own effort. You cannot save all. So, in prevention, we don't actually aspire to have 100% of saving people, but we try to save the majority. So a parent that is still adamant and is telling you, denying and deceiving himself or herself, you still continue to make your effort, but with the consequences, the light will shine upon him. And that time will run back to you to ask for help. Because the consequences will surely come. But we pray that it should, the consequences will not be too severe before that person is able to retrace his steps. So the issue of substance abuse or substance use disorder should not be seen as a thing that is that should be a form of shame. No, it should be seen as a social problem. And social problem, expose yourself, let people come, let them help you. And when they help you, you get your child back, and then you get your peace back into the family.
You already highlighted that it is a brain disease, and
It
so
is.
it should be seen like maybe someone has malaria. You're not ashamed to have malaria.
You're not ashamed to have malaria.
And so still it's like a second leg to the questions that she asked. Because again, we are very, very religious and spiritual on this side. And so when our families notice a child or a member of the family is struggling with addiction, they might say, well, let me run to my pastor, or let me run to my mom, or let me run to that baba. You know, what are the first steps that families can take to salvage the situation? You have established that, one, you cannot live in denial. You have to admit that something is wrong.
Yeah.
And the second step now is to seek for help. And so people might say, okay, it's spiritual. Let me run to my pastor for prayers. So what are the right steps to take?
Thank you very much. You know, seeking for solution. Spiritual is still good. Nobody will condemn it. So running to your pastor first is not so bad. The pastor will pray. And that's the only thing he can do. Unless if the pastor has the knowledge of prevention of substance use and you know and the disorder. But a pastor who wants to help you, we ask you now to go after that prayer to go and seek for professional you know, help. You go and meet a counselor. So the counselor will check to know the level of the addiction. If the level has passed, the counseling will just do little one, and it will now advise you to go for rehab straight away, not to go for medical attention. So we have some government, all the government hospitals in Lagos State, big ones, they have psychiatric section. And we also have the federal neuro psychiatric hospitals in, I think, in Lagos, in Benin, in Jos, in Kaduna, and so on, which parents can take their children to. Do not be ashamed because of the psychiatric, because that is another problem. Once you hear psychiatric,
Stigma.
it's a stigma that, oh, the child is already getting mad. It's not madness. It's just, you know, it's a little thing. So go for medical attention. Those one will flush out the substances out of his system, and it will start the recovery process. And so during the recovery process, parents, the family must come in also, because that is a period where there could be relapse again. Because in the process, you can now be feeling somehow that, okay, I can just take little now that I'm now conscious of myself. I won't do this thing again. But a little, that little is going back into the thing. So let whoever is involved go for, apart from the pastor, go for pastor. Pastor will be praying. There's nothing too difficult for God to do. That one is there. But you must also help
Seek professional
yourself
help.
by seeking counseling, seeking medical attention, going into rehab homes and recovery homes. Nowadays, more recovery homes and rehab homes are springing up, though very expensive. But you dip your hand in such a thing, you will also be ready
For the consequences.
to face the consequences.
So as a parent or as a spouse or as a family member, how do you begin to identify, you know, if your family member is now an abuser of these substances and of course drugs?
Yes, to identify, you know, we have individual differences.
Okay.
There are some people who can, they are structured.
Because they won't take these things in front of you.
Because they won't, exactly. There are some of us that our genetic traits and constitution can accommodate a lot of degree of all these substances, and they become calm, and they will not show any reaction.
Misbehave.
They will not misbehave, and so they still be living with you and be nice boys and girls. Because nowadays, formerly we will always be saying boys, but girls, ladies are also involved. So, but there are some that the intoxication will show instantly. So such a person, it's easy to identify and get to know that, oh, you're already doing something. And the odor can also show. But apart from that, generally, how you can identify is the mood swing. Somebody who has been very active in the house, but suddenly getting withdrawn into his room all the time and getting so high irritated. Every little thing now that the sibling do to him or her, he want to react or leave me and so on. Then he want to isolate himself, and also you start to check their result. The result is dropping because it affects them
grades.
also in school. The school result is also dropping. Then you start to suspect, and that's why I say parents must be friends, so that these are the various things you keep on checking. Then occasionally go to their school to check, especially if you are not the rich one that puts your child in a very big school.
Big school.
If it is a public school, just find a way, pump in one day so that your child will not be in school too. Because we have school too. We are at the fence of the school. That's where the school till 2 o'clock, and when they close, we also march with other students to go back home. So your being close to the children will make you to be able to identify. Otherwise, if you are just thinking they will start showing their misbehavior and co before you know, they may not be able to show it. They may have an inbuilt thing that will make them to accommodate those high substances that they have taken.
For young people, because again, the truth is these pressures will always be there.
Yes.
I faced it. People are facing it today, and those coming behind will face it tomorrow. They are not going anywhere. And so what did you say to young people who are facing peer pressure at the moment? Because again, you said something now that if you decide to dip your hand into substance abuse, you should be willing to face the consequence. Rehab is not cheap. And so what's your word of advice to that young boy, that young girl there who is still sitting at the fence, considering whether to, give in to peer pressure or not?
Thank you very much. My advice to young people, even to adults, because we are still living, we still have our goal, and we are moving in between all the various situations, either macro factors or micro. But my advice to the young ones is that you have a future, and you don't just get to that future in one day. It requires effort, and you don't give up. You don't quit. Develop resilient factors and be focused. When you are focused, you know that I will get there. And you need to labor. Nothing comes so cheap, nothing comes so free. You labor, and when you labor, then you reap at the end of the day. And so with all this, you will not succumb to your the peer pressure, which is always there. And you need to be wise. Wisdom, they say, is a principal thing. And principal is the head of a school. So if wisdom is there, the people that you think they are not serious, they may have some extra, their intelligence may be high. Now once they don't look at their own book once, they get it. So don't know yourself, don't copy unnecessarily, be focused, know where you are going, and keep on going, and you will surely be there. Don't give in to the influence of peer pressure to go into taking substances to enhance your efforts.
Thank you very much, Pastor Dr. Adetolu Isaac Olatunde, International Certified Addiction Prevention Professional. We've been talking about impact of drug and substance abuse on the family. Drug and substance abuse does not stop with the person taking the substance, and the message today is just not about, oh, don't take drugs. It is also about creating families where children can talk and parents will have the patience to listen to them. Once again, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We're going to a short break. When we come back, the conversation continues.